Welcome to Paradise. Coming in hot from Mindwork Games, Paradise is an awesome new skirmish tabletop game. Game found link in the description below. Play on Tabletop is super stoked to play Paradise.
Welcome to Paradise, where the weather is a balmy 100 million degrees.
I'm excited today. I get to come in and play Paradise. It's another new game for Mubin. Woo!
Fun, fast, furious fracas found here. Dump digging slug lords have found a radioactive core abandoned deep in the wastes, but them there dusty raiders want it too. A dangerous prize will be won in deadly hot potato action as the raiders attempt to steal the core and control this crazy corner of Paradise.
Mubin, of course, is playing the more disgusting mutants. They're very green and big. Whereas I'm playing the Raiders. These gals sport big guns and fast motorcycles.
Nick's crew of gun-toting raiders is led by Punch Girl Noah Reed, Kyra Rust, and Cass. Don't forget Headhunter Alva, a ragtag rowdy gaggle of gals spitting lead and worse all over Paradise.
This is gonna be a lot of interesting fun. I've got the Slug Lords, we've got some durability, we've got some tankiness, but we move pretty slow.
Mubin's Slug Lords are the less than willing patience of Dr. W. Strauss, Abram Matt Jericho, and Netzarik with his custom chainsaw thing are notable amongst the drug-addled misfits of these here Slug Lords.
It's a quick skirmish-style game with a few interesting mechanics. They've got an interesting little draft mechanic for their stratagems as well as your equipment. You've got a interesting KO recovery mechanic where if you get KO'd, you get to spend your victory points to bring your characters back, which is really kind of cool.
Gotta be really careful about how you use your victory points though, because if you spend too many, you're gonna lose the game.
The mission is the core. Flags are worth 1 victory point, ammo dumps 2, and the core at the center of the map is worth 5 victory points. KOs on notable gangers earn their value in victory points as well. The core is a movable objective and is the focus of this 5-objective map. It can be picked up and moved, but it is so radioactive, it KOs its bearer at the end of each round. The first to 20 points wins this game.
Core strategy for this, use the bike, run up, grab the core, and run away.
I'm looking forward to this. Somebody's gonna grab that core, somebody's gonna explode. This should be a ton of fun. Let's do this, Nick.
Welcome to Paradise.
But the question is it your paradise or is it mine?
Can we not share the greater paradise of mine?
I don't like how crazy he's getting right now. This is not good.
The players draw 9 cards from the shared deck of weapons and stratagems. They will draft 2, discard 1, and trade the rest with their opponent until they are left with a total of 6 cards each.
I want to make sure I get the sniper rifle and the flamethrower. I practiced with both of those and they were a ton of fun. And if I can get my sniper on my sniper girl, ooh.
I need to borrow your motorbike.
You can't have my motorbike! I'm choosing a flamethrower. Hey, and guess what? A bazooka. And you know what I want to get rid of so that you don't have it? Overload. This allows you, for your guys that have lots of wounds, to take wounds but do extra attacks and movement.
I'm discarding Shield Guard, so you can't pass damage off to somebody else, but I'm gonna keep my hands on Eclipse and Blitz Signal. But that's my 2 cards. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my hands on a medical backpack, because we like doing the Healy thing. I'm gonna take Lucky Shot, but I'm going to toss away Bullet Dodger.
I'm gonna keep Ground Trap and Disturbance. I'm gonna get rid of Fast Recover so that you can't bring guys back. Here you go, here's my 3.
All right, there's yours. I'll get to pick the last 3. This is perfect.
These are great. Can't believe you got rid of this. I'm choosing On the Target. I'm gonna then take the Harpoon to allow me to move you around if I need to. And I'm gonna get rid of the Gas Grenade.
I am going to get rid of the Prey card because I don't want to give you extra victory points for killing my guys, but I will take Perfect Timing and Bunker.
So I got a bunch of weapons and a few good stratagems. You got no weapons.
I got all the stratagems in the world though, baby. All right, with that, I get to start deployment.
Players alternate setting up models on the edge of the map on their side. The crew of each side will show up later.
Jericho is gonna start over on this side here. He sees a little ammo cache that he's gonna go after.
Similarly, Alva would like to fire her bazooka more than once. So she's gonna go here so she can go get the bazooka ammo.
It's pretty valid. Let's go with Abram next. He's gonna just start over here.
And then we've got the leader, Noah Reed, ready to go.
Doc Strauss. And Doc Strauss is gonna start right there in between Reek and Abram.
Lastly, we have Kura with her assault weapon. She likes to hang out, shoot things, chew bubblegum. She's all out of bubblegum.
That checks out.
After deploying, the players alternate assigning their stratagems and weapons to their models, modifying what they can do during the game.
Alva, I think you need a big giant bazooka. Noah, my leader, the flamethrower. She wants to get up close and personal anyways. And Cass is gonna be equipped with a harpoon. That gives her 2 options to move enemies around. Tycho, how do we decide who's going first?
Caffeine level.
Caffeine level?
Ooh.
I had 1 coffee this morning. How many coffees did you have this morning?
Had a coffee and I'm currently working through an energy drink.
Oh my goodness! Okay, you win. Mubin's going first because of his caffeine level.
Good luck.
Welcome to paradise.
It's mine.
I want to take a brief moment to thank Mindwork Games, the creators of Paradise, a Wastepunk board game, for choosing to work with us on showcasing this game to you, our viewers. They sent us all the components and even painted up their miniatures to an incredible quality. Just look at these amazing atmospheric minis. It made this an exciting dive into a ruined post-apocalyptic world where rival factions of survivors clash for control over territory and resources. The game has simple and intuitive rules that will be easy to pick up for beginners while also offering real strategic depth for seasoned gamers, just like us. I encourage you to follow their Game Found campaign before campaigns start to get a free copy of the exclusive Kyra Rust miniature. I hope you enjoy this gameplay of Paradise just as much as we had a blast playing it. Back to the game. That's Reek goes first and immediately uses Blitz Signal. The whole team gets 1 move and rushes on in.
Go, my friend.
With 3 actions for Slug Driven, Reek moves onto the core and picks it up. Enhanced Reflexes ability damages him, but will increase his defense. He's got 5 defense. That is 1 beefy boy.
So I'm gonna go next with Noah Reed.
Noah Reed moves up 2 and takes a run and punch move. Bold.
So I get 4 dice for my mechanical arm, plus I get 3 dice for her innate close combat ability. If I roll a single trigger, I will then get to shoot you as well. I got a trigger. Oh, it looks like you blocked all the damage.
8 damage blocked.
I did 7 damage, you blocked 8, so no damage happens.
Yeah.
However,
Noah's gun goes off though. Again, blocked.
I'm not done. She has a couple more abilities that are gonna trigger now. After I do a close combat attack, I get to push that target 1.
Big push will bring Reek closer to her friends. Noah has more in the tank. She summons a gang member nearby to contest the objective.
So we are going to activate Doc Strauss next.
This is the boss. He's a mean piece of work. Doc sidles up to the summoned crew member. He's gonna maim that raider. Oop! Nick uses ground trap. It does 2 damage, but doesn't bring down the Doc.
We're gonna sting you.
Mechanical drug sting stabs the nameless raider for a damage, and goats hit to move and attack Noah. No damage, but it shows Nick to respect the boss. Doc's gang shows up and 2 grunts support that boss.
I had an original thought I was gonna do, but now my thoughts are changing.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for Kura next, the assault weapon girl, and she's gonna move 2. Make sure I've got on the objective there. Kura will take her next action to use 1 of her ammo for her assault weapon into the big giant guy.
Blam.
A burst of bullets hammers into Reek. Bullets catch the monster off guard. 4 damage. Oh, mercy. Oh my, lucky shot from Mubin needs a full reroll of that attack. Now no damage. Ooh, what a turnaround.
But you do get your trigger, so you could spend another ammo and do it all over again.
Yeah, you know what, I will. I'll spend 1 more ammo. I only got 1 ammo left on her assault weapon. Only 2. I think you see my strategy. I'm trying to down this guy and pick up the objective.
Absolutely see what you're trying to do here. And that's okay. You can try. We have crew for a reason. So we're gonna activate the first one.
Mubin's gonna go, he's gonna activate a crew, moves up into melee range.
It's gonna be crew on crew violence.
All right.
We're gonna kill the crew member.
Nope, hammer can't quite get it done. No damage.
She gets to live, but that is one of my crew members done. Boop, boop.
You know what? I'm gonna activate my crew, my gang.
Nick activates the crew and makes for the ammo, full of fear.
Let's go with Mr. Jericho.
Jericho next. The madman joins the fun, pistol in hand.
He's now going to use his Blind Fury ability.
Blind Fury? Ooh, what an ability for a gunfighter.
Instead of using his normal pistol attack where he gets to shoot a target and if he gets a trigger, he gets to shoot again, he gets to shoot all enemies within range 2. So let's start with your sniper Kira person. We're gonna shoot her in the face.
Kura makes a jump into cover and move to get a bit of safety from Jericho's Blind Fury.
All right, so you've ducked into cover, which means you got your defense plus 2 dice.
Yes.
Bullets whiz at Cora, but not so accurate. And now into Noah Reed. Big dice for Nick. Noah is unscathed. A lot of bullets, a lot of noise, and not a lot of blood.
All right, over to you again.
I think we're gonna go next with Alva, and she's gonna fire her bazooka.
Alba now with the bazooka. Ooh, she spends an ammo and uses a focus action. Oh, the explosion hurts Noah. That's the boss. You shouldn't do that. That's only 1 damage on her. And here comes the boom. Oh, Reek is still kicking. 1 wound left. Wow, the reflexes on the big galoot saved him there.
Start of my turn, I'm going to use my medical backpack, which allows me to heal up to 4 wounds.
No, I just did all that damage.
So that means Reek is gonna go back down to 2 damage taken. And then we're just gonna activate our next crew member, who's just gonna move a little closer to Noah and bonk her over the head.
Against physical attacks, any triggers will count as double successes.
Crew bonks at Noah, but she is too tough. But that's a pretty good move from Mubin. All right, Cass next.
We're gonna try to deny you points. So the first activation is going to be a movement of 3. She's gonna move straight forward here.
Zoom.
Vroom into slide and strike for another move.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do, get this, the whip tornado. She takes her whip in a tornado around her, and every model within 1, I can move.
A whip tornado? What? Not gonna hurt, but it will move the slug lords away from the objective. Interesting move.
And this objective is mine. You've got 1 more activation.
I do have 1 more activation, and
Abram moves out onto an objective, and that's the end of round 1. Flags worth 1 and score 1 for each side. Ammo is worth 2, so the Raiders get 4. Sluglord gains 5 for recapping that core, but the radiation finally does put the big guy down. 5-6 for the Sluglords at the end of round 1, but Reek is down. Round 2 incoming.
round 2.
Ooh, round 2.
I still hold priority for round 2, which means I get to stand up any of my KO characters, which is only 1 of them.
He spends 2 victory points to stand Reek back up.
And then I've got a couple stratagems to play.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's stratagem time. Eclipse. Ooh.
Which means all of your ranged attacks are now that.
Mubin also uses Bunker on Reek. He will not move much, but will be even harder to kill than usual.
Now I'm going to activate Reek first.
No!
He picks up the core, focuses on his success, and takes a whack at Noah Reed.
5 dice on the defense, and any triggers count as double successes.
I've got 9.
Oh, a big swing. Well, that's a whirl of damage. 1 to each of the grunts nearby, and Noah gets a little sliced as well.
Oh, you actually hit your own guys?
Yeah, I hit my own guys.
Is this a way just hit your own guys?
He's got a giant chainsaw attached to a pole arm. He's just swinging it around.
Enhanced reflexes get popped again for 5 defense and 6 wounds remaining. With the Bunker, he is the boss.
So I'm gonna go with Noah Reed first, because she's got some fun stuff she can do.
Run and punch, off she goes. Whap into Abram. 5 damage almost drops him. Juggernaut will allow him to move.
So then I'm gonna take my flamethrower. I can take 1 of the ammo from the flamethrower. So I gotta make a flamethrower against every unit within range.
That wall of fire catches both grunts and Jericho. The grunts die screaming, but Jericho is merely singed for 1, but he is also on fire. Luck is with the madman, except for being on fire. Noah isn't done yet. She moves away, Jericho with a shove from her bionic arm. Finally, a new crew member joins the fray.
Let's go with Doc Strauss. Doc Strauss is always fun.
He sidles up to Cass with the drug sting. Oh, she's dropped in a heap, twitching. 2 victory points puts Mubin up to 6. The crew is back as well. The doctor knows his business. Mubin in control here.
So Alva, unfortunately, because of your eclipse, she's like, I can't see, and she can't do anything. So instead, she's gonna move twice. First one up here, and second one up here. Just out of 1. So you can't punch me, you gotta move to punch me, but on the objective.
All right, let's activate Jericho.
I love that Jericho is currently on fire. I don't care.
He's gonna move right up into the middle. He's gonna stare down Noah Reed, and he's gonna go bang. So you're within 1, which means gets 2 dice. His pistol's given 2 dice, and he's proficient at ranged, so he gets another 4 dice. If he rolls a trigger, he gets to do it all over again.
He's a gunfighter. This is dangerous. 2 damage with the first shot. Oh, but he gets a second. Second shot blocked. Noah hanging on by a thread.
Let's activate one of the crew.
Nick is behind 6-5, running out of options. The crew activates. Bang, it's a shot at Abram. Oh no, that bullet doesn't phase that masked murder hobo.
She's been disappointing all around.
You know what?
I'm gonna call her
Cruella?
Cruella. I'm gonna call her Cruella. No, I'm gonna call her Disappointment. That is her name now.
No.
Her name is just Disappointment.
Oh, Nick.
So that crew member is done.
We are gonna go with Abram next, because I want him to do something.
Abram steps back and slashes his saber. A big slash for a whirl of damage. Everyone within 1 getting hacked.
4 dice normally, plus another 3 for the saber attack.
Noah Reed chopped down. Ooh, the backhand into the crew member fails, but 3 victory points puts the score 9-5. Slug Lord domination.
Let's go with that last crew member and see if I can't get lucky and take down Harambe. I don't know what his name is.
Abram!
Abram!
I get 1 less defense dice?
Yes, you do.
Nick's last crew member guns down Abram. Oh, that's a good shot.
Which does give me immediate 2 points. Boop, boop.
Oof.
Her name is Pride.
All right, we are going to go with one of my crew members.
Mubin's crew responds. Time for the claw.
I got 4 dice.
I get 2.
Bring her down.
Ah! I blocked 2. I take no damage!
You take no damage. These pesky crew.
Well, then we're gonna go next with Kura, and she can't do squat. Her first action will be move. She'll move up to be within range of the objective. And then she's gonna stay there, I guess.
You're right, because turn 3, it goes over to you for initiative.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be rough. Let's activate the last person that I've got. Now, Kira's probably got more than enough wounds to do all the things, and I don't like it.
Mubin's last crew, Hammy the Hammer, just gets near the dock, ready for next round.
So that is the end of the round.
The round is done. Mubin's last strat is perfect timing. This is an interesting one. At the end of this round, it's gonna plus or minus 3 points from both players. It's gonna be a subtract. That's 3 from both players. Reek scores 5, but is KO'd again. Mubin is finally up to 13 and 8 for Nick. Alba grabs a bazooka round from the ammo cache, and we are on to round 3.
Start of the round. Initiative finally goes to you.
Finally!
Beginning of a round, Nick pops Disturbance, a strat on the ammo near Mubin. Nick needs to shell out 5 victory points, putting him at 3, but he gets to bring back Cass and Noah. Mubin spends 4 down to 9, and it's a full board for round 3.
Jericho was on fire. If I roll blank, he's okay, and the fire goes away. Anything else, he stays on fire and takes a damage. He takes a damage. And then you get to go first, Nick.
Cool.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start with Cass.
Free move to the core. She picks it up and makes for the exit. That motorbike is fast. She's gonna be very hard to catch.
We are going to activate Jericho. The first action he's going to do is to focus, and then he's going to go with Blind Fury.
First focused shot into Noah Reed.
Ooh, that is great.
2 damage to Noah, not bad. Crew catches around and crashes into the dirt. Crew 2 spins into the dirt as well.
KO'd.
KO, got this one.
But not worth any. And the last shot I've got is going to go into Kira.
Kura moves with move to cover, but doesn't quite get there. 3 damage, down to 2 remaining. Jericho doing some serious work.
I'm gonna activate Noah next. So the first thing Noah's gonna do is she's gonna make her run and punch action.
Noah retorts with a run and punch. Nick is enjoying this. Noah now in the middle.
Ooh, he blocks 3.
Punching at Jericho, activates a gun attack. The gun doesn't actually bring him down, all blocked, but now the flamethrower again. This thing is gross. Every model in Mubin's Forest is getting torched.
First attack into Jericho.
Jericho lives. The fire doesn't faze the madman.
Into your grunt.
The grunt survives.
Doc Strauss.
Ooh, Dr. Strauss uses shield wall, sacrifices the hammer, who dies in his stead. Final crew goes down. Ooh, Reek takes a damage and gets lit on fire.
And then lastly into your character here. Habram.
Habram is okay, but is lit on fire as well. Not as burny as I was expecting. Finally, Noah pushes away Doc Strauss and brings back a crew member.
Let's continue this party. We're gonna go with Reek next.
Reek moves towards Cass the sniper. Kura makes her elusive move and moves back onto the objective. Reek is a beast and uses a second action to focus. Now for the chainsaw attack on Kura.
I blocked nothing.
That's a lot.
Kura gets KO'd. Boom, 2 points for you.
Finally, enhanced reflexes for a damage and 5 defense.
Well, I'm gonna go next with Alva. Alva's gonna move so you don't have cover and fire into your character back there, because now he doesn't need bodyguards.
It's bazooka time!
Yes, please, damage your own friends.
I don't care! Bazooka!
Ooh, the blast catches the crew for 1. Here comes the boom. Ooh, KO on Strauss. He's down. 3 points for Nick. He's at 6.
I think Habram has a plan.
Masked Slasher focuses and hurls his incendiary grenade at Noah. Everyone must burn. Oh, no damage, but lit on fire. Well, who isn't burning? Seems just Cass and Alva are not on fire as we speak.
I've got 1 more activation left. My crew member right here. So she's gonna run away and go take his objective. Taking the objective, and it's gonna give me a bucket full of points.
Yeah, it does.
And that's gonna be a good round.
So, end of the round, let's score things up.
End of round 3, Cass goes down, KO'd by the core, but scores 5. With objectives, Nick is up to 13 points. Mubin only gains 1, up to 12. It's a close game.
Before we end the round, Noah actually is in range of the ammo dump near you, and she's gonna re-equip her flamethrower.
Round 4.
Round 4.
Round 4.
You have priority this round.
I have priority this round.
Fire, fire, oh, everyone's on fire. Reek takes a wound. Abram takes a damage as well.
Jericho, please, don't do this to me, buddy.
Jericho, oh, he drops. Mubin will have to spend 2 points to bring the madman back. But now with a madness token.
I'm gonna spend the 2 points to bring Jericho back up. He's going to get a madness token, which means he gets an extra defense and an extra ballistic skill.
3 for the doc, down to 7. Mubin is at full effect.
All right, it goes to my side, and I have a couple flame effects to figure out as well.
Burn!
She doesn't burn! And then Noah,
Come on, take the damage, Noah. Yes!
She takes the damage. She is down to 3 wounds remaining.
Nick does spend 4 to stand up his whole force, going down to 9 victory points. So 9 to 7, Nick is in the lead.
And I have first activation. Jericho is gonna focus up again, and then he's gonna go Blind Fury.
Blam, 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 he's mad. Noah gets bullets.
4 base, +2, +2 for the focus. And then another one, because you made me angry. You're also within 1. I'll take another 2.
Oh my goodness.
And is KO'd hard. 3 points for Mubin, up to 10. Second shot into crew, dead. Ooh.
Next up,
Alva.
Alva.
She gets normally 3 dice, but +2 against a ranged attack.
Nice, this won't help her.
Alva dodges, no damage. Kura takes cover, lots of downed opponents. What a blast fest.
But that's it for Jericho. He's done his job.
Okay, you stopped me activating.
Yep.
and bringing in my crew members. I think I have to try to go for the same. Alva's gonna go next.
Alva focuses and fires a rifle at Dr. Strauss. On the target, doubling attacks and such. Blam, blam, Strauss is down. 3 points for the Raiders, up to 12.
You kill my leader, I kill your leader.
I'm going to activate Reek next. For his first action, is going to focus, and then he's going to take a custom chainsaw attack into Kura.
Chainsaw! Grrr. Oh, no damage.
Good job, Kira.
For his final action, he is going to use his slug injection ability. He takes a damage,
Okay.
and then he immediately gets to make an attack that has a +2 bonus against you.
Oh, you just did an attack.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna stab you again.
No more attacks.
4 damage. Oh, she is still alive. Kura still cooking with 1 wound left.
And we're gonna enhance our reflexes again. Take a damage,
Yep.
but I go +2 to my defense.
Well, Kira can't do anything else, so Kira's gonna sit there, use her ammo on her assault weapon. She's gonna focus and fire at you.
All right.
Boom shaka. Down goes Reek. Raiders up to 14.
Which means it's finally my last activation, because you've KO'd everyone else.
Abram last to go again. He moves towards Alva.
Then I will trigger something against you. So Alva has the ability Trap Expert. As you move into one of Alva, she gets to roll 2 dice, and each success does 1 damage. Take 2 damage.
Okay.
Here comes the saber attack. Oh, Mubin's up to 12.
Boom, that's 2 more points for me.
Cass is left, and she's going to pick up the objective,
Yep.
then do victory donuts. So we go to the end of the turn.
With the flag held by Kura, that's gonna be 6 victory points and the 20 needed for victory. Moving up to 14, but not enough. That final big round has Nick on top.
That was a good game, Nick.
Good game, Mubin.
Reek failed to cut down Kura, and her revenge was sweet. Congratulations to Nick. Great effort, Mubin. It was a back and forth nail biter to the very end.
I thought you had me there. I really did.
It was definitely a gamble that I took with Jericho just spinning to win, try to shoot everybody down and do as much damage as I could. Because if I kept it down and I managed to actually KO a couple more characters,
Yeah, if you take down Kira, the game's different. You win.
it's a lot more different. And that's like another 2 points there, another 2 points here, another 3 points. So you would have spent 7 more points to bring back characters. And to be fair, I probably wouldn't have wasted the points to bring back my characters necessarily.
Such an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, like that back and forth of just like, I can score points, but I could also bring my characters back. Like, it's an interesting mechanic.
And if you don't bring them back, then you could maybe win, because you spend a lot of points on bringing stuff back.
Yeah.
Like, almost enough that you maybe could have won, but then again, you wouldn't have had the resources to be able to take the other.
I could have also pushed to go for a bit of an earlier finish. When I used perfect timing to take away those 3 points from both of us,
yeah.
I could have just given us both the 3 points, which might have actually pushed me a bit closer to win, but I kind of wanted to let things go a little bit longer.
I like this combo. Bazooka and flamethrower.
That was huge because I got nothing but stratagems and you had just a ton of weapons.
Your strategies were great, though. Being able to, when you did the Eclipse right at the right time, it means bunch of my guys weren't able to fight.
Being able to combo Eclipse with the bunkered so that Reek could just hold and take another core for a second turn. Yeah, it was great.
I hope you enjoyed that game through of Paradise.
Thank you again to Mindwork Games for creating Paradise, a Wastepunk board game. We really encourage you to follow their Game Found campaign before campaigns start to get a free copy of the exclusive Kyra Rust miniature. And hope that when you get this game in your hands, that you have as much fun with it as we did. I am Tycho, the Child of Chaos, and I thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and check out our membership community for cool folks and amazing games. Until we see you next time in Paradise, play on.